today is a big anniversary in the NFL and actually plays into one of the big stories coming off of week 1 of the NFL preseason. It was 10 years ago today. I went to the gym. 10 years, the last time I went to the gym. 10 years, no. Because I vividly remember being on the elliptical machine, or maybe it was a treadmill. No, it was treadmill. I remember, treadmill, because I remember actually the treadmill one I was on, and all of a sudden checking my phone and seeing, Jets quarterback Geno Smith suffers broken jaw in locker room fight, and saying to myself, this is going to haunt the Jets forever. And, of course, we find out it was 10 years ago today. Jets linebacker IK Enemkpali upset with Geno Smith over a plane ticket.
$600.
Yeah, Geno Smith was supposed to go to Enemkpali's football camp, didn't go after Enemkpali fronted the money for Geno Smith's plane ticket, which was $1,200. Now, there was a lot of beef between the two of them, but they apparently settled it where Geno Smith said, I'll give you $600.
Wait, I got to read the Todd Bowles quote, though. Todd Bowles said, Smith, this comes from New York Post going all the way back to 2015, will need surgery after, quote, he was cold-cocked, sucker punched, whatever you want to call it, unquote, by a reserve linebacker.
Isn't that the same thing Antonio Brown said to his chef? I'll give you the $600.
I think it was, yeah. And then they threw the plastic Bilbo Baggins on everybody. So he goes up to him in the locker room because he's asked him a few times for this money, and Geno Smith apparently, according to reports, said, dude, why you keep bugging me about this? What are you going to do if I don't give you the money?
What right? Was this? How many years after the famous Family Guy episode was this? Why you ducking me, pal? Why you ducking me, Brian? You got money for fake mustaches and stuff. Where's my money?
He said, what are you going to do to me if I don't give you the money? And this is when he got sucker punched, broke his jaw. He was out for 6 weeks, never played for the Jets. Ryan Fitzpatrick, the backup at the time. This is the last good year the Jets had. Oh, my goodness. We had 10 wins, and we almost made the playoffs. Oh, my God. Fitzpatrick had the best year of a Jets quarterback ever. So it actually turned out for the Jets. But an embarrassing moment that will live forever. And look, from an organization that has had them throughout time, you could have the 100 most embarrassing moments of the Jets' career, and people are going to go, no, you missed a few. These have to be in the top 100, right? Forget about top 100 NFL players. No, top 100 Jets. This is the top 5 all-time most embarrassing moments in franchise history, probably top 10 most embarrassing moments of any franchise history, where your starting quarterback gets sucker punched because of a $600 bet. I got an idiot that want to fight me for $200. Go back to my cousin Vinny. This is the 10th anniversary of that happening, and of course, we'll get into the Geno Smith sign gate now that's going on with him and Pete Carroll following their game this past weekend. But this story turns 10 years old today, and I of course, I got a lot of people wishing me happy anniversary on this. Not quite to the extent of, hey, it's Bobby Bonilla Day, but still, hey, 10 years ago, man. I'm like, 10 years, and I feel like the Jets have never recovered from this 10 years ago thing where suddenly
they never will.
Where they suddenly the path of the team was thrown into flux.
Well, and it's not like the Jets could have seen this coming. Oh, wait, back in 2011, he was arrested at the age of 19 for throwing a punch at a security guard and getting tasered by a deputy. Simple battery, 13 months on probation, and a bunch of community service. But yeah, it's been haunting you for a decade. And I know today it brings...
It turns 10.
It drudges up all those old memories.
It turns 10.
Yeah.
It turns 10. Really? Because I think about how, hey, we really almost snatched victory from the jaws of defeat because Fitzpatrick came in, had a phenomenal 2015, right? This has been the last great sports year of my life. The Mets went to the World Series. The Jets were great until Fitzpatrick threw up on himself.
They both ended really badly, though. We were here to chronicle it all on Fox Sports Radio.
No, it ended badly, but the Mets got to the World Series, and the Jets got to the last week of the season in playoff contention, and then Fitzpatrick just stunk it up against the Bills. But this was it, man. Like, I don't know that they've made it out of that. Like, this was Geno Smith was going to finally have a great year. They had weapons in. Brandon Marshall was there. He was terrific. Things are going to be different for Geno, and he couldn't get past the fact that as a leader and a quarterback, right, I'm going to blow off paying this guy $600. Right? Like, dude, what's wrong with you, right? Which gets me to this story from this past weekend.
Where's my money, man?
Where Geno Smith and look, I get it for Max Crosby because it's completely, on brand for Max Crosby. we talked about this in the game on Friday night, right? The big Pete Carroll revenge game back in Seattle after Seattle let him go. They turned their back on Geno Smith. Some dude comes to a game with a sign that says big or bust, Geno Smith or JaMarcus Russell, right? Which like, dude, Geno Smith played pretty well for you for a couple of years, whatever. What do you do if you're a quarterback? You blow it off, right? You blow it off. But instead, what does Geno Smith and Max Crosby do? They come out, they double middle finger the guy with the sign and the fans who are going to be out there. Of course they're going to boo. Geno plays for the Raiders now. What the hell do you expect, man? But here's Geno Smith. All of the entire career, what he's had to go through from the beginning of his career till now. This is a guy that finally is fortunate enough to hit it big and make money, and got a good contract with the Seahawks. Now he got $100 million contract with the Raiders. But no, I'm going to go on the field and double middle finger one fan who brought a stupid sign that's like it's not even a great. You can't even compare the bust level. But no, I'm showing you I am still immature and I'm still taking this personally, right? Because that's the thing for Geno Smith. 10 years have gone by, right? You'd think the guy would learn a lesson. No, I'm not going to pay a reserve linebacker $600. No. But I've had all this sidewinding path to getting back to start in the NFL where I was never going to get the chance again. Finally, Pete Carroll believes in me. I go back to Seattle. I play well. I play well enough to get a decent contract there. I get a great contract with the Raiders. Hey, it took me a while to get there, but I got to learn. Okay, I got to show that I've learned and I'm growing as a person. Nope, almost 10 years to the day. No, I'm the starting quarterback for the Raiders, and I'm going to go out there and double middle finger one fan with a sign. And then Pete Carroll yesterday says, did you see the sign? Like Pete Carroll tried to jump up and grab the sign. Like, again, we'll get to Pete Carroll, but I don't know who I'm more embarrassed for. Maybe it's Geno Smith because you want to feel in 10 years he's going to learn his lesson. But nope, I'm going to show you I'm still this petty, crazy guy that's going to come out with that kind of reaction. Again, as a quarterback, if you're a defensive end or a linebacker or a wide receiver and you want to go out and say, hey, I march to my own tune, but I catch 8 passes a week, or I march to my own tune, but I'll get you 3 sacks tonight. Okay, I get it. No, you are the quarterback and a leader of men, and I'm going to go back because one guy has a sign, one guy for a preseason game that's got about 50 people in the entire stadium. I'm going to double middle finger it on the field. Like I feel like, hey man, dude, you're a Raider now, man. If you weren't a Raider, people didn't believe it. You are absolutely a Raider now. Like I'm embarrassed for Geno Smith that in 10 years, clearly he has not learned a lesson.
Well, he's going to end up getting fined more than that $600 for this infraction. They're talking the NFL are going to fine he and Crosby, whatever Pete Carroll's part in it. He made his honest effort to go get it, and that was a fun little picture, the freeze frame of that. But for Geno Smith, you laugh at it, you have a moment, you ask the guy if he wants you to sign the sign, and you make a joke out of it, I would think. I mean, I like that the competitive fires still burn to that level, but to show that it upsets you, I mean, again, find your motivation as you will, but also recognize the stupidity of this. And I get it. Jameis Winston was one of those guys that got a nice balloon contract out of the jump. He's out of the league very quickly. So if you got one idiot fan that's able to get under you that way, like what else is showing up at the stadiums nationwide? What else have you seen that? Why do you still feel so hurt? Pete Carroll is gone to bat for you twice now, and this time he got someone to scratch out really a big check for a team that's not really anticipating doing a whole lot of anything. Right? They're 18-1 to win the division. And maybe they can outperform. We're talking about teams and trying to find the silver lining in what might otherwise be a very difficult situation. Believe in Pete, whatever. But Pete believed in you. He brought you over from Seattle. He's giving you another lease. To have some chucklehead in the stands get to you that much, and it doesn't seem like
one sign. But it's like when LeBron went nuts because one guy burned his jersey on social media, and because everybody retweeted it, it was treated like, oh, it's a rash of jersey.
It's 18,000.
No, one dude is burning it, and LeBron decides to go, I can't believe people are doing this. Like, dude, one guy had a sign at a preseason game, and you decide, I'm going to double middle finger. Like, really, you're the same immature guy that you were with the Jets. Like, really, in 10 years, I'm like, oh, yeah, the journey. Nope, he's right back to where he started. He's the same. Same dude.
But in the end, if between the white lines he plays well, everything's be fine.
He's a Raider now. He's a Raider now.
But needing to turn and flip this guy off, like even if you do it in jest, it's caught on camera.
I mean, really, I think you see it.
Right? Because it becomes the interpretation of like, well, what's a facial countenance? Does he look mad when he sees it, or is he smiling? Doesn't matter. He's still affected.
Now, I would say it sounds like it's more embarrassing for Geno Smith, right? Because now you have Pete Carroll jumping for the sign and defending Geno Smith a day ago, saying, did you see what the sign said? The sign didn't say blank you or anything about you or your family. It was a fun sign that really didn't make a lot of sense. Like all of a sudden, oh my goodness, this sign at the game. No, come on, man. Who's a bigger bust? No, JaMarcus Russell's the biggest bust in NFL history. It's a horrible sign. It's not even a smart sign.
No, it's a terrible sign. It was a waste of ink and time and poster board. But someone could have used that for a third-grade project and done great things and maybe become a captain of industry. Instead, it ended up in this guy's hands.
But, like, Pete Carroll is panicking with this entire storyline about here's one sign for... Dude, if your quarterback can't be okay with one sign at a preseason game, what's he going to do this year? And one thing I'm glad about, it doesn't seem like there's video, but... Come on, man. Pete Carroll, you're 73 years old, and you're jumping up trying to grab a sign like it's high school, and the guy's going, oh, come on, jump higher, Pete, jump higher. Pete. Yeah. What are you doing, man? Like, really, if there's video of, I really hope there isn't for Pete's sake, and but like, because just seeing the still photo of him jumping in the air, and hey, good on Pete Carroll for being 73 and being spry enough to jump, but come on, man, you're 73, you're jumping to try to grab a sign like it's recess of sophomore year. I can't, come on.
I mean, it's not like suddenly a bunch of people started sending him the leg lamp that was Mark Fragile from A Christmas Story. I'm not suggesting anybody do that, by the way.
I mean, that's like they're both Raiders now, man. I mean, really, they're both Raiders now. If you thought, hey, it's going to be tough to wear the Raider coat, no, I got that Raider jacket on.
Might be bringing packets of Charm in there.
I got tight Raider leather pants. I got Raiders underwear. No, I'm a Raider now. I'm flipping out over a sign. I'm 73 and I'm jumping to try to grab the sign out of there. What were you going to do if you grabbed the sign out of his hand? What were you going to do? That'd be even worse.
You're going to rip it like grab the sign out of the guy's superstars. Like, yeah.
I mean, really,
mock me with signage.
I mean, I guess if I had to say, even though I would say I'm more embarrassed for Pete because of what he did and the feeling have to defend a quarterback. Where Geno Smith, I'm like, yeah, I saw it 10 years ago. He's the same guy now. Okay, I can't say I'm really surprised. I would have thought he would have grown, but no.
Unless this guy with the sign's got a running bit and he's been following Geno for a decade. If we get a backstory like that, then maybe there's some kitschiness and fun to it. Instead, it's a guy that wasted markers and poster boards.
Do you think it might have been JaMarcus Russell? Like if it was JaMarcus Russell?
If he pulled off a mask like the live-action Scooby-Doo that's coming to Netflix, then maybe you pull that off and it's JaMarcus Russell underneath. Now that's a good bit.
I mean, really, I'm so embarrassed for both of them. But now they're both Raiders, so I guess I can say, well, all right. I can't really say the journey is that far outlandish, but I'm
Raider.
It's so embarrassing, dude. This is where Pete Carroll. You say, I don't know why my quarterback was so worried about a bleeping sign. I really don't know why.
See, the Pete Carroll trying to jump and take it from the guy.
But I'll jump and get it for you, Gino. Don't worry. I'll jump and get it for you. What are you talking about?
All of a sudden, he had X-Men capabilities, and he jumped up into the stands. And did that Wolverine kind of landing where he's all out of breath and stuff. That would have been something. That would have been cool. Instead, it just looks stupid.